Okay, in this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about setting up an Etsy shop. So you have to watch the entire video to know everything about setting everything up step by step. So please subscribe also and like this video so it'll get this knowledge out to more and more people. And also subscribe for more passive income videos, videos about Etsy, and other income sources as well. So stay tuned until the very end because I'm going to drop some secrets about selling on Etsy. Okay, we're about to get started, but before we do, you need a couple things to setting up your Etsy shop. You'll need your banking information and a credit card. All right, without further ado, let's go. Okay, so the first thing is you're on the Etsy website. First thing you want to do is click the sign in button on the top right of your screen. The next thing you want to do is to just click that button right there that says register. Click that. And then it says create your account. Registration is easy. Put your email address right there. So I'm going to put in my email address and make a completely new Etsy account right along with you. Welcome to Etsy. All right, that's fantastic. However, this just makes an Etsy account for you to buy on Etsy. Not what we want unless you just want to make an account to buy certain items. So that's not what we want. We want to actually sell on Etsy. So you see right here on the top right, it says your account. You click that right there, and then there's going to be a little option right here that says sell on Etsy. All you have to do is click that. And then this will come up. And you see you're going to just scroll down right here. And it says open your Etsy shop. So click that option right here toward the bottom of the page. And so it's going to give you a couple options to complete your sign up for the Etsy shop. On the very top here, it says shop preferences, name your shop, stock your shop, how you'll get paid, and set up billing. It says shop preferences. So this is the first step in setting up your Etsy shop. Canadian dollar, euro, British pound, Australian dollar, and you can just choose. And it also gives you the shop country. So if you're set up that way, if everything checks out, you're fine. Which of these best describes you? Selling is my full-time job. I sell part-time, but hope to sell full-time. So, I would just click other, and then it'll give you the option right here. It says save and continue. So you can just click that, save and continue, and then it goes right to the next option there. It's going to say name your shop. So this is important because you want people to remember your shop name and to get people going back to your shop as much as possible. So you want a memorable name for your potential customers. I don't know. It's kind of a memorable, cute little name. It's not great. It's not just something I just came up with off the top of my head. Stock your shop. Add as many listings as you can. 10 or more would be a great start. As it says here, more listings means more of a chance to be discovered. And that's absolutely correct. Your items that are on Etsy get promoted to, Google Shopping. The more listings that you have here are the better. Now, I want to point out that this is not going to be your interface most of the time when you're listing at items from here on out on Etsy. This is just a one-time thing. This is just so Etsy gets you set up for your shop, and so this is really just to get you going, and it's really just to get you started. So you can click the option right there to add your listing, and now here is the normal interface to adding a listing on Etsy. So right here, it says the options for photos. Use up to 10 photos, as it says right there. You can do that. And show your item's most important qualities. That's absolutely correct. You want to use natural light, as they say right here, no flash, nothing too crazy there. Include a common object for scale. That's like you can use a ruler or something so the customer knows how big the item is or how small. Show the item being held or worn or used, which is always a great option to take a nice clean photo of the item using a black, white brick wall, for instance. Add a photo right here. They do have particular dimensions that you have to abide by, so just be careful of that. And this is a very big thing now on Etsy, is to add a video of your item. So adding a video with 5 to 15 seconds can drive more sales, as it says, and it absolutely does. Adding a video is huge to get your item sold. So the next thing is title. You cannot, as far as, last time I checked, you cannot put just all a bunch of capitals in your title. So make a title just like this. So let's just say you're selling, a Burberry jacket. Burberry, the size, this is a bad example, but let's just say XL, Burberry jacket XL. That's like 140 characters. So they're going to ask you right here is who made it. And you could just say I did. If this is for handmade items, you could say that I did. What is it? A finished product or a supply or tool to make things? So you're going to say right here a finished product. When did you make it? You could say made to order, which is passive income, which is something that is very big nowadays, and that's something that I particularly use the most of here, is made to order. So whenever an item is purchased, then you can just send it out after it is ordered, or recently, 2020 to 2021, 2010, 2019, 2002, 2009. Be very careful. This is very tricky, and you have to be very careful about this. You can definitely get help into manufacturing the product, that way, or, you come up with the idea and then, you have just the item manufactured for you. That is all well and good on Etsy. Don't worry about it. And if the item is vintage, that is great as well. And it's crazy how before 2000 and that is vintage already. How time flies. All right, so now you can pick manual. So there are 2 renewal options here. Oh, let me get to this first. Category. So what is it? So you can just click on coat, and all these options will come up for you. You just click women's jackets, let's just say. You can choose a scale, women's numeric. This is all optional, however, but I do highly recommend you putting the size and everything primary color as well, so you won't get any chargebacks or returns from Etsy. Or any cases on Etsy. Cases are decided by Etsy. That's a whole other story, but I definitely have a couple cases before, and this is something you definitely want to avoid as is selling on Etsy, because it can turn out against you and into the customer's favor. So just be very careful and list all the options and all the colors and the scales and the sizes to your items, so you don't have any confusion with the buyer and the buyer wants to return it, and so on and so forth. Secondary color, you choose the color. Clothing style, this is all now we're getting to the optional stuff here. Jacket style, pattern, again, this is optional. Your jacket may not have a particular pattern or something. Bad example, I mean, don't get me wrong, Burberry jackets do have the patterns on them, but that's another story. Closure, that's again optional. Tie, snap, toggle. So if we're listing a jacket, let's just say you can list all these items. If you're selling a vintage T-shirt, this is all irrelevant, and you probably just you could probably just avoid that altogether. Hooded, again, optional. Pockets, optional. Seasonal, optional. And again, because we are listing a jacket, then it is giving us these particular options. Let's just say you're going to list a T-shirt. I don't know, graphic T-shirt, let's just say. So it'll give you different types of options for the particular item that you are selling. So it's very good in that regard. Etsy definitely has a great listing tool for you to choose from in terms of the options as to where to go and so on and so forth. Description. Okay, so right here, this is big. Automatic or manual. Do you want to, every single time your item expires, which it will if it does not sell. Would you want to set this up automatically? You do this it just goes and it renews 20 cents every single time that your item expires, potentially, or would you want to renew it yourself manually and choose every single time your item your item to be relisted? Number 2, type, physical or digital. Tangible item will ship to your buyers, or digital, a digital file that buyers would download. I recommend selling digital items, but a physical item also works out too, depending on what you're selling. A description is huge. Start with a brief overview that describes your item's features. Shoppers will only see the first few lines of your description at first, so make it count. Okay, so basically your item will be featured right here in the description. So right here, as it says right here, preview listings as a Google search result. So it's going to show up on Google and potentially Google Shopping, whether or not you choose that particular option. But that's a whole nother story, and that's a whole nother video to get to. But a description is essential for your SEO, search engine optimization for Etsy. Production partners. So you can choose a partner, whether or not you're drop shipping your item using Printful or sites like Guten or Printify. Again, a whole nother story that we can't really get to today because of time. Tags, this is humongous. Okay, tags is what your items will be searched for. So let's just say you type in Burberry. In the Etsy search result, very important, the Etsy search result will come up Burberry or whatever the item is searched for in the Etsy search results. This right here, the description, is more for a Google search result and on the web. And then every single time you add a tag, you just have to do this. You can add a comma, jacket, and then you can press add right here. Or every single time you add a tag, you could press Burberry, add. You want to add another tag, coat, add. And again, this is on the web version of Etsy, which is what I recommend using when you're listing an item. Price, inventory, and pricing. You can, pick whatever price you would like to set your item at. However, remember, shipping, could also be, within this price if you want to choose free shipping, and it also depends on your price also should reflect as to how much the item is charged for in Etsy fees, which there are a ton of Etsy fees. So you have to be careful with that. You don't want to lose money on your sale, so always price it a little bit higher than what you want to sell it for because of these Etsy fees, and also free shipping and all that. I would recommend using free shipping and price the item a little bit higher to kind of account for your profit there. Variations are right here, right after quantity. So you just click right here. If you have, this is for, let's just say you have a bunch of, you're selling t-shirts or jackets. You have more than one jacket, you have more than one size. You can choose the variation type. This is more for size. This is what I kind of use it for. You can use small. That's great. You go to add size options, medium, large, and so on and so forth. Anything you want to just use there. And then right here, it will give you the option. You can also go to variations. Let's go to that again. And you can price your right here. See, prices vary for each size. and you can just go to update, and look at that.
Okay,
right
everybody,
there,
in
the
this
price
video,
comes
I'm
up.
gonna take you
Small
step-by-step
men's,
as to
you can
how
price
to
that
set
whatever
up
you
an
want.
Etsy account.
Medium men's, price it whatever you want. Large, and so on. Shipping prices. So shipping prices
And an Etsy shop.
is you can
Okay, everybody, in this
fix.
video,
You can
I'm gonna
add
teach
fixed
you
prices
step by step
manually.
how to set up an Etsy
Use
account
the
and Etsy
origin
shop.
zip code. You just put your origin zip code right there. Processing time. This is humongous. You got to pay attention to this one.
Everything you need to know
Processing
about
time is
just
1
the
to
ins
2
and
business
outs
days, 1 to 3
of
business
Etsy.
days, or you can even choose a custom range. So you
please
can choose from
subscribe
business
and
days
like this
to
video,
even weeks.
so
So you
this
can
video
go
gets to
from
more and
1
more
to
people.
3 weeks, or you can go
please
from
subscribe.
1 to
Please subscribe and like
to
this
4
video
days.
for more about
And what
Etsy
I would recommend
and,
is to
everything you need to
have
know about passive
the
income
business
and
days
other
be
income
as
sources
less
as well.
to be as fast as possible, so that would make the buyer much happier, and it would make your item sell
And
a
also
lot
stay
quicker
tuned-
if your
and also
business
stay
days
tuned until the
are
very end,
less.
because I'm going to teach you a
Fixed
couple secrets.
shipping prices. And
So
this
stay
go,
tuned-
you know, you can
so
go
stay
to the
tuned
United
till the
States,
very
or you
end,
can also
because I'm
ship
gonna
to
drop a couple
everywhere
secrets
else,
in there for your Etsy
you know,
shop.
pretty much in the world. And
Okay,
you can
in this
choose
video,
either
I'm gonna
fixed
teach you
price
step-by-step
or
as to
free
how to sell-
shipping. And again, right here,
Okay,
United
in this
States,
video, I'm gonna
and
teach you
you
step-by-step
see
as-
right here, Etsy
Okay, in this
recommends
video,
you
I'm
ship
going
the
to-
item for as
Ugh.
least as possible.
I'm
You
gonna-
don't want to
Remember to
charge high
subscribe to
shipping
Nitrohawk.
costs, because
Remember
that will
to subscribe to
definitely
Nitrohawk.
drive
And that's the thing about
people
the
away.
Beatles.
Item weight is optional. Item size is optional. After you sell an item, this is not optional, and you have to include it. Do this, I mean, you have to fill out all the options correctly, otherwise you won't be able to list it. So after you put in all that information, you just it's going to ask to confirm your email address. So go to your email, press confirm account on your email. You also have the option of setting up billing, but as for right now, as you can see on my email address, then I confirm my account. Right here, a warm welcome from Etsy, and they give all of this information. So after you go, it says right here, it says perfect. You confirmed your email address and your Etsy account is all set. Fantastic. But we are not quite done yet. Go to your shop manager right there. So if you remember before, we set up that listing. So basically, Etsy just wants to have your credit card and all that stuff to charge you whenever you set up a listing, potentially. So add your credit card number, expiration date, CCV, name on card, and this is also so you can keep on listing your items. And so after you put in all this information, then you click the button right here. It's going to say open your shop. And that is the last step. And then it'll give you all these options: listing, messages, you can check your messages, order and shipping, stats, finances, marketing integrations, and all of that.
Okay, the first tip is sell according to what your strengths are. So let's just say you know a ton about the clothing industry, the vintage clothing industry. Or you know what you like in terms of what products that you yourself use and wear, in terms of trending styles, or in terms of what you think someone could wear. So that's just one example. There are a ton of items that you could sell on Etsy. And of course, Etsy is a niche site, unlike sites like eBay and Amazon, that you can basically sell almost whatever you want on either of those two, as long as it fits in their terms and conditions. So another example is music. If you have a guitar case that you can make, or hand make, or you can get made by someone and drop ship it on Etsy, in a reasonable time, of course, that is a excellent thing that you could sell on Etsy. Or if you have something that a musician would like a handmade guitar pick, or something that can help out a musician, that's really anything that's handmade and kind of tailored toward a certain niche sells so well on Etsy. It is unbelievable. You know, there are a ton of bestsellers that are handmade items on Etsy. There are also other items that you could sell. Antiques, those sell incredibly well on Etsy and fit extremely well in their niche categories. I'd personally, though, recommend selling items that you don't have to keep a stock for. And yes, you can actually sell items that are print on demand and are drop shipped. So items that you can quickly sell and just get started today are, you know, items that are print on demand. And also a big thing too is downloadable files. That's huge. Downloadable files sell so well on Etsy, and you don't have to keep a stock for them. They just, you know, sit on your computer, and when someone buys them, you can just send them the downloadable file in an instant, and you make a, you know, like a commission of $4, let's just say, or $10 every single time that item sells. You just send a file to the customer. It could be like a certain picture, or it can just be like maybe a certain text or a certain graphic. These things sell extremely well on Etsy. By the way, if you're not a graphic designer, all good. You can actually just go on this website called Fiverr. You know, you just hire someone like a graphic designer or, you know, whoever to make the item for you, and you just it's just like a one-time kind of deal where you pay them to make this downloadable file for you or a certain graphic, and then you get to sell the graphic or the printable file however many times you want to customers. Okay, so I realized as I was editing this video that this video, if I continue, it's going to be like 5 hours long. I'm going to do an entire Etsy series, so check out some other videos that I have planned coming up that are going to be much shorter. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I really hope this video helps you to set up like an Etsy account and gets you going. That's really what the purpose of this video is for. Remember to subscribe, like this video, and hit that notification bell. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, everybody.